Hey guys, Comic Uno, and this is part 2 of my question and answer time answers for number 3. That was a very confusing title, but this is the second part of that part 1 video I just had. So let me continue the questions. If I don't get to you guys' questions, I'm really sorry, but try asking another question for my next video. But I can only do 2 parts because part 3 was way too long. So let me get to you guys' questions. That way we could try to get as many questions as I can. Was in the middle of Sazimichin's questions, and his next question was, who is the better Mr. Wilson on the live-action Dennis the Menace? Never saw Dennis the Menace, so I can't tell you. Next question from Sazimichin is, if they have it, but you, what's the best thing you ever got on Free Comics Day? I love the DC and Marvel stuff they always come up with, so every Free Comic Book Day they usually come up with spoiling us a little for what's coming next. So I really do like what DC and Marvel comes up with for Free Comic Book Day. Next question from Sazimichin is, do you have ideas for other shows besides the one you already do, but that's for whatever reason you just don't think you can get started? If you guys don't know, I have a show called Motherverses, and if you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out. But I don't have any plans for other shows. We just have, ideas from Motherverses. Keep coming up with different episode ideas. But, maybe one day we'll come up with another idea and maybe try that out for the rent situations also. But so far we don't have any other ideas for a show, for a web show. Next question from Sazimichin is, I was going to ask about Mephisto. Why can't I pronounce his name? Alright. Changed my mind, but Carlito NSP1 brought it up anyhow. So, is there anything in your life you would give up for one more day with something or someone you lost? Also, what you would give up, what would you get back, and would it be worth and would change because of your actions? As you can see, One More Day for Peter Parker didn't go so well, and I didn't love One More Day for that, so I don't think I would do any One More Day in my life if that was possible. So I probably wouldn't do a One More Day. Next question is from Rabbit Ears blog, and this is the first question that they asked, and that is, what's your favorite X-Men storyline? My favorite was a mini-series, which was Wolverine and Kitty Pryde. It is one of my favorite stories, and it shows how Kitty gets her, code name, and it shows how great the relationship, father-daughter relationship of Wolverine and Kitty Pryde is, and their friendship. So that's my favorite storyline. Second question that Rabbit Ear blog asks is, did you like the TV series Wolverine X-Men? I gotta say I wasn't a big fan of it. I saw maybe 1 or 2 episodes, but I really couldn't get into it. I didn't love the art, didn't love the characters. I just couldn't really get into the show. Third question from Rabbit Ears blog is, what X-Men characters do you think should get their own ongoing series? I think Kitty Pryde. I think she deserves it. She has a couple miniseries out, but I think she's a character that is kind of underestimated, and I think definitely deserves her own ongoing series. Fourth question from Rabbit Ears blog is, what are your thoughts on AVX so far? I'm not a big fan of it. I'm just following it through to see what happens in the end, but I'm not a big fan. So a lot of issues are just fighting and not really bringing a lot of story, and I feel like for 12 issues, it hasn't really been much. It's kind of been, it's supposed to be this big event, but nothing really happened, So I'm not a big fan of AVX, but I am following it through to see what happens in the end, to see how this turns into Marvel now. So we'll have to see. Maybe the next, last 2 issues will be good. Next question. First question from Entron45, and that is, favorite version of Teen Titans? Original, new Teen Titans, animated series, Young Justice, New 52, or other? Mine is probably New Teen Titans, like in Connor Kent and Wonder Girl and, Kid Flash. I really like them the best for comics, and it's also a really close tie to Young Justice because I love them. So definitely a close tie with New Teen Titans and Young Justice, both great teams. Second question from Entron45 is, most underrated Marvel or DC character? Jessica Jones, definitely. I feel like she's underrated and should get more part in the comic. I really liked her Alias comic that came out from Max a couple years ago, and I was kind of disappointed. They were supposed to make a TV show for it, and that kind of fell through. So, but she is an underrated character. I feel like should be used a little bit more. Third question from Entron45 is, Do you like the fact that DC has only had one big event crossover this year? I kind of get big event fatigue when they are one after another with no breaks and so many tie-ins. So do you think they'll should cut down? Yeah, I think DC did a really good job on their events. They kind of give us a little break. They don't really tie in that much. You know, you could, especially with the Joker one coming out, I know it's like, oh, you could pick up Batgirl, but it won't affect if you didn't pick up Batman. And I like that DC does that. Of course, I would like to see a big event, but, you know, the New 52 just started, and I would like a couple of year break just to get a little breather with the New 52, get used to the New 52. After a couple of years, then we'll get that big event that really will affect DC universe. Because I feel like with Marvel, they just spit out events here, you know. I like their story arc events like Spider-Man, Ends of Earth. They do a good job with that, but there's a lot of events like Avengers vs. X-Men. Then they're going to have aftermath of Avengers vs. X-Men. They just keep spinning these events out, and we need a little breather, especially for money and just a little breather from story, you know. So yeah, I like what DC is doing with that. Next question is from Unlimited Production 1, which is, what do you think of J.H. Williams' art, Batwoman? He does the art for Batwoman currently, and I personally think it's the best right now. I don't read Batwoman, but I have seen his art, and I think he does a really great job. He is a really talented artist. Second question from Unlimited Production 1 is, what series you're not currently reading do you want to get into? A series I do want to get into is The Walking Dead. I love the TV show, as you can see, and I do reviews for it all the time. And I think it's a great TV show, and I really want to get into the comic book. I bought Volume 1, and I just haven't had a chance to read it yet. So hopefully I get a chance to read it and catch up, you know, hopefully. But that's definitely a series I would like to read. Third question on Limited Production 1 asks, is anything interesting happening on your week of reviewing? I had 3 comic book reviews this week: Web of Spider-Man, Flash, and Amazing Spider-Man 50th Anniversary. Also for Dark Avenger Inc., I'm planning on doing an Invincible trade review, Volume 1, because that whole entire big event for Invincible is coming out, you know, in a couple of months, and if you guys want to catch up with it, I want to do a review for Volume 1. Also, I want to give you guys a little update. I might move my reviews to Saturday, because I'm going to be starting school soon. I mean, if my schedule is okay, maybe I'll do it still on Thursdays, but I'll probably be doing my comic book reviews again on Saturday. So that's a little update for my comic reviews. I want to do a review on Revolution, coming in the fall. I'm doing Arrow review, and then when Young Justice comes back, so there's a lot coming for my channel. Fourth question from Unlimited Production 1 is, what do you know about DC's Trinity War? I see stuff popping up, but can't find any info on it. All I know is it's going to be something to do with the Justice League series, and it's supposed to be some big event, but it is a big event for just the Justice League. It's not going to tie into anything else. So, I don't know much about it either, but it looks interesting. They had a little, you know, sneak peek at the DC Free Comic Book Day issue, so it should be interesting, and definitely excited to see what that is about. Next question is from R Doming UEZ 23. And the question is, what are your thoughts, feelings on Static Shock coming to the YJ show later this season, possibly being a permanent member? Do you like Static? Did you like the animated series? I am personally very excited for Static. I really like his character. I haven't been able to get into his character for the comic books, but for the cartoon, the animated series is definitely one of my favorite shows. I love that show, and I'm definitely excited for him to come to YJ, so definitely excited. Next question is from Saber Green 2010. What is your favorite title from Marvel and DC currently? Marvel, Amazing Spider-Man, DC, it has to be flipped between Nightwing and Batgirl. Those are really great series. So next question. I think I can only get like 2 more questions, but actually 1 more question. And this is from CompWeb's review. What does better, Marvel or DC at movies? Marvel does way better than DC. DC hasn't been doing great with it, but they did good with Batman. But Marvel has been doing way better for the movies. So, if I didn't get to your questions, I'm really sorry, but I ran out of time. But ask another question for my next month's question and answer times. And I really hope you guys enjoyed, this. So this is Comic Uno, and I will see you guys later. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Description below, there'll be links for that. So hope you guys enjoyed this. This is Comic Uno. Bye.